Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be taking a look at the Dilanza. This is the standard type Dilanza or Lauda's Dilanza. And as you know, we've seen the Dilanza before on the Guel's Dilanza. You guys can check out that video, it's somewhere over here, or you guys can just click my YouTube channel. It's been like 5 videos previously, and yeah. And we've seen what this kit is capable of and how nice it was. And yeah, I really enjoyed the other Dilanza, the Guel's Dilanza, and yeah, we'll see how this kit takes its spot in our list of very good gunpla kits of from Mercury. So yeah, let's just take a look on the box first. We have the standard artwork here. We also have some artworks here, over here. Yep, there we go. We have some illustrations. I know there's supposed to be some text here, but since where my country is, they paste these stuff, so yeah, it's not really that nice. It covers up everything. And here are some poses that you can pull off with the Dilanza. Pretty standard. We have this new axe though, that looks really cool. I might be painting that because I know this kit doesn't come with a color corrected axe here, so we have to color it like the Zaku axes and stuff like that. So yeah, there's gonna be some painting required, but that's not necessary if you guys want to straight build this and just build it as it is. But in my case, I think I would want to paint that because it seems pretty fun and I have the color for it currently with me. And yeah, so let's just get straight into the unboxing. And yes, I have to address that I haven't been making a video for 2 weeks, and I do apologize for that because it was exam season. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the previous video that I will be away for quite a bit because it was midterms, and now I actually have my midterm break. So yeah, it's fine now and I can just like chill and make stuff now. So here is the Gundam Info Campaign 2022, which actually passed. I think I said this in the not the Dark Baltic video, the other Dilanza video, the Guel's Dilanza video. And yes, there was this code. I said I was gonna use the code, but the code already expired, so it didn't really matter. So yeah, that's the code here. Let's just put it aside. That's not gonna be used anyways. The giveaway has already concluded, so yeah, there's no point of using that. Let's just take out everything first. So first of all, here we can see we have the manual. Very standard, but this time instead of 1 illustration we have 2 because this is you can customize this. And if you watch the recent Witch from Mercury episode, we've seen this mobile suit getting absolutely railed. And yeah, despite that, it's still a really cool looking kit, and I really like the overall design from this line of kits from this certain what do you call it? I am stuttering. I'm not too sure which company this is because I know there's like a couple of companies. It's the Guel's company. The what do you call it? The Jetter company? Yeah, the Jetter company. There you go. So yeah, here we have some illustrations as usual, color guide, and all of those fancy stuff. And yeah, this is quite standard and everything. And I'm gonna do what I usually do and what I always recommend everyone who is viewing this channel or anyone who's viewing this video is always check your parts first before building them, because you can always you won't know where you have a misprint or any missing parts in the kit. So it's always wise to check everything and make sure everything's there. So yeah, let's see. We have the A, B, C, D, E, F. So we have 6 runners total and a sticker sheet. So that should be good. So what I would always do to recommend you guys is just to check all of the parts, make sure everything is in the runner sprue here, and make sure there's the right amount of runners here. Seems like we have 2 runners on each bag, so that's really nice. Let's just make sure everything is here. Just do a quick scan, make sure you don't miss anything here. Okay, it seems like everything's good. I'm pretty sure this is like a separate V-fin because I'm pretty sure the V-fin is different for the regular Dilanza and Lauda's Dilanza. It seems like this is the V-fin for Lauda's Dilanza. And here we have our weapon effect set and also the weapons, some parts of the weapons at least. So yeah, it seems like you only get 1 set of everything. So yeah, it seems like everything's here. So let's just crack them open real quick. And yes, here we go. We have this bag. And we have our second bag. Seems like we are getting quite some more extra stuff here, but it's not that significant. It's always the A and B runners that are most, I mean C and B runners. So let's just sort these out real quick. That's the C runner, that's the B runner, that's the A runner, and that's the F runner. So let's take a look at the runners at chronological order. So we have our first runner here. We have the A runner. Pretty sure this is this is exactly the same. I'm pretty sure this is almost exactly the same with the Guel's Dilanza. Maybe I have to take a look a bit at my back because I have the Dilanza at my shelf right now. But it seems like the Dilanza, the other Dilanza was blue on this chest piece. I'm pretty sure this is the chest piece here. And we have some more armor bits. This is in white as well. So we also have the purple. Seems like the turquoise color on the Guel's Dilanza was replaced with the purple for the Lauda's Dilanza. So that's quite some change here on the A runner. But overall, this is basically the same runner. It's also labeled as the Dilanza itself on the runner. So yeah, it's basically the same thing from the Guel's Dilanza. Next here we have our B runner. It's mostly our frame parts and some weapon parts here. As you can see, we have the beam torch, we have the beam rifle on the right here. On your guys' video, it's on the top left, but it's on my right, so it's right here. And we have some armor pieces here and some joints as usual. Here is the C runner. This is the runner that we would see in purple on the Guel's Dilanza, or magenta actually, to be specific. And yeah, there's not much changes. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same runner as well. You get a different headpiece though. That's the only difference I can spot. The headpiece is a bit different with the Guel's one, because I'm pretty sure the V-fin was quite bigger at the kit. So yeah, this one's quite significantly smaller here. You got the Zaku-esque antenna and also the V-fin, so that's pretty cool. You have some side skirt option as well. I'm not too sure if that's actually the case. There's a difference in the side skirts, but it seems not. I don't think it's just it's not a variant. I think it's just the butt flaps, I think. So yeah, we'll just have to see what this is later on when we see the kit fully built up and when we take a look at it and when we review it. So stay tuned for that. Next we have our E runner. This is for the beam torch. Instead of having the really long beam effect set for the Guel's Dilanza, we only have one for the beam torch. So that is not surprising because I mean the only effects here is just the beam torch. So they just omitted the other one for the lance that we had for the Guel's Dilanza. And last we have our F runner. Here is the axe piece, and I'm pretty sure this is shoulder armors. So you can see here in the artwork here, you can see that the Lauda's Dilanza have some shield armors parts in the shoulder. Like the Guel's Dilanza, it has a symmetrical shoulder shape, while the normal one, the standard type Dilanza, has an asymmetrical shield design, which I'm assuming is for storing the beam torch, which is, I guess, is pretty cool. I really like the asymmetrical design. It really does remind me of the Zaku once again, but just more chonky. It's like a Zaku Dom-esque style of mobile suit, which I really like. And yeah, that is the last runner we have here for our kit. So a grand total of 6 runners here, meaning that it's quite gonna be a hefty kit here we have here. It's gonna be a bit time consuming, so yeah, we'll just have to see how this ends up later when it's fully built. And one more thing before we get into the time lapse, I just realized that I missed the stickers. So let's just take a look at the sticker sheet. Seems like we have 2 black stickers here. Right here, the strip. I'm pretty sure this goes on the shield, so it's, even though it's like a dark gray color, you still have to have a darker color accent here for the inner part, which I don't think I'm going to use because I don't think that's quite significant. And we have some visor pieces as well as the lens for the beam rifle. So yeah, that's everything that this kit comes with. And yeah, we'll take a look at the kit once we have it all snapped up. And yeah, enjoy the time lapse once as usual, guys. So I'll see you in the review portion of this kit. Okay, welcome back everyone to the video, and here is the finished build of the Lauda's Dilanza, or in this case the standard Dilanza, because I currently have it configured as the standard Dilanza. I have the other pieces down here, and I must say this kit is actually really nice, despite it being a variant of the normal Dilanza or the Guel's Dilanza since it came out first. This offers quite some different bits and parts of, I would say, upgrades, because mostly in this kit it actually fixes up on some of the stuff that I kinda personally don't really like on the Dilanza, the Guel's Dilanza to be specific. because there are some parts where I'm a bit iffy about, but it's overall I really like the Dilanza, the normal Dilanza, the Wells Dilanza. But this Dilanza, I feel like it's a way more solid kit, and it shows in several aspects which I would start to talk about. So let's just stop the base and let's take a look at the kit. Since I've already done the articulation for the Dilanza here, so there's nothing much to say. I feel like it's basically the exact same. I currently also have the Girls Dilanza right here beside me. But the stuff that I would say is something that's way ahead on this kit in particular compared to Guel's Dilanza is the V-fin. Because the V-fin, as you can see here, if you can see the V-fin at my Guel's Dilanza, it somehow won't actually stay in well. So as you can see, I don't know what happened to it, but it's just wouldn't stick well. So maybe it's because I built it wrong, or maybe it's broken in some part. As you can see, it's not fully in there, so I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, there's some stuff wrong with the head. Maybe it's just my model, but yeah, the difference that I instantly recognized was the V-fin, so I had to point that out in the review. And here in this V-fin, it actually slots in really nicely, and it's really strong connection. And when you slide something in, like let's just say this replacement V-fin, it slots in there really nicely, and it's very strong, very firm. And yeah, it's a good connection. I don't know why it's better on this one than the Guel's Dilanza, so I guess that might be a me problem, might be a skill issue, but yeah, but that's something I observed on my model, so that might be worth pointing out as well. And secondly, something that I also noticed is the nub marks on this kit is quite significant on the purple magenta parts, and here we also have some nub marks in the exact same position, but as you can see, it's well hidden in the lines, so that's really cool. I feel like that's because of the color, so it's not really because of the kit, but it's more of the color. The color right here is better for hiding up marks, and it's really nice to kit bash. Maybe if you want to kit bash with this, you want to take the shield, or you want to take the backpack, or even the horn. So yeah, lots of kit bashing opportunities here, and yeah, I would say this is very cool. And yeah, I would say this is a very cool customizable mobile suit, and I would actually like to see some modifications with this. Actually, I feel like I haven't seen that much Dilanza-esque kit bash out there, so it'll be cool to maybe one day work on a project with the Dilanza and work on customizing it. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the difference between this kit and the Guel's Dilanza, and why you might want this, apart from like maybe you like the design on this one better, and maybe you like this axe better than the lance we have right here, which is a bit more in your face, I guess, and this one's more subtle. So maybe that's preference. So yeah, okay, enough rambling about the Guel's Dilanza. Let's take a look at the Lauda's Dilanza, because this currently is in the standard type, so we have to convert it, and I'll show you how this transforms. So the first part is the horn, the V-fin, or the antenna you have here. So we take the Lauda's Dilanza part and we attach it just like slow, slots in there really firmly and really nicely. Next we have the backpack part, which just slides in this connection right here, slides in really nicely, and we slide in the new part, which has a single fin, which is quite different from the Guel's Dilanza, which has two really long blade-esque looking thing. So that's it's more simple and it looks nicer in my opinion. So that's there. And next we have this shield. This shield goes off like this, and we slide in the circular one because it uses the exact same attachment. Slots in right there really nicely, really secure in there, really nice. And you can slot in either the beam torch or the beam rifle on the left side. It depends on what you want on the other side, so just play as much as you want with it. So that's really cool that it allows that much flexibility. And here we have something that's quite tricky to pull out. I'm actually not sure how you're supposed to pull this out, so let me just try and pull this out here. Maybe I don't have that thick nails, so okay, there you go, I got it off. Have to kind of poke it out a bit. Then you attach this other side of the circular shield and you attach it like this. There you go, we have the kit assembled, and this is Lauda's Dilanza. Essentially, it's not that far off. It's just a armor swap, a V-fin swap, and some cosmetical changes on the back, but overall it's the same model as before. And yep, there we go. And here it is, Lauda's Dilanza in its full form. And yes, I remember I said that I was going to paint the axe. Currently it's not painted yet, but I will paint it soon. Maybe you guys can see it on Instagram. The link will be on the description. It's a Linktree link, and you can click and visit my Instagram page, which I haven't actually uploaded that much on, but maybe I'll consider posting once I painted this axe right here. I'm gonna make sure that it's painted correctly and I do not mess up, because I've tried painting something before and it kind of messes up. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I don't mess up that on that end. So yeah. Anyways, let's just take a quick glance at the articulation. The arms can fold up that high. We also get a really good bend. If my camera would focus, there we go. We get a really good bend at the elbow right there. Really nice. Some good movement right there on the shoulders. Head, it can tilt down as much as the armor lets you, so don't do anything too weird on it. Tilting up cannot go that far, so it's quite limited, but it's quite understandable for a very chunky mobile suit. And next we have our ab crunch. Our ab crunch goes down quite nicely until you pop it off, but that's from that joint, so it's quite here. I'm trying to get the lighting real quick. There you go, ab crunch really nicely. You can also do some side to side, very limited though, but it's doable. We have some side skirt articulation here. It's separated because I did a normal snip. Just snip it with the nippers down in the middle, so you have the two ball joints on each slot of this, and you have a separate articulation. But however, I might have to point out that it always makes the joint here weaker, so you have to consider that you want to have a weaker joint or a stronger joint. But with a weaker joint, you can have separate articulated front flaps. So that's also something to consider while building this. For me, I'm quite fine with it being a bit weaker, as long as there's more articulation to it. So that's really nice. So instead of like having it both flap up at the same time, we can have one flap up at one time and the other one just staying at the normal standard position. So yeah, it's back to preferences again. You can modify that, or you can just leave it as it is. Next, we also have the butt flaps. The butt flaps go up and down really nicely. And also the right panels flaps on the right, and left side panel also flaps to the left. So that's really nice. All of these features are present in the Guel's Dilanza. However, it's only a slightly different design right here. We have a bit of a longer flap here, but overall mechanism is quite the same. And here we have our foot. Our foot goes up this much, as much as the side skirt allows, actually. There you go. Goes up quite high, and it bends quite well as well. It's limited by the armor, so there's nothing much you can do. It's just the kit's limitation. And foot, you can side to side, front and back, and that's about it. I guess that's all the kit offers. I guess it's quite a simple kit. I really like the simple Wish for Mercury kits. It's not over the top, it's really nice. It's kit bash friendly as well. You can modify this to your likings. Maybe you like the shield from the Guel's Dilanza and it just popped up and it just died in front of me. But maybe you like the shield more or the V-fin more. You can always kit bash it, as I said earlier. So yeah, I guess that's all for this review. As usual, I will pop up some shots right here on the turntable once again, with it being on poses, maybe on a base, and to show you guys the possibilities of this kit and how we can pose it. I'll give like normally 3 examples of it. So yeah, I guess that's all for this kit in particular. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you love what I do and want to see more of my content. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, guys, because I am going for 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, I'm trying to post consistently, and the subscribe means a lot to me. So yeah, subscribe and support the cause. I guess that's it for this Dilanza review. I will see you guys in the spin, and I'll see you guys in the next video when I upload the next video, which will probably be next week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next week.